You are Adu Allah, enemy of Islam. Now I will tell you, Muhammad Hijab and I were about to film. Yeah? This snake slithered up to me out of the grass. He slithered up to me and he said to me, Muhammad, listen, I really like your channel.
When? Today?
I like your Guidance Avenue.
Today?
Alright, so this is going to be one of my most, let's say, divisive videos I'm going to do. I'm doing an introduction because on Sunday an incident happened between Muhamed Taweeds and Saracen. Big up Saracen. Saracen's my bro. You know, for me, he is what Islam should be about. And people should be following people like him and Abu Layth and them lot, and not people like this, what I call Cottage, whatever they are, you know, if Muslims will know. And the thing is, on yesterday, I made a big mistake. I bowed to pressure, and I kind of went against what I knew was right. And the reason I did that, and I can't say too much because I am still a man of my word to most degree, so I can't disclose too much information because things that Muhamed Taweeds said to me was private, and I promised him it's going to stay private and it will stay private. But I will elaborate on a few things. Firstly, I want to say sorry to Leon from COE because I put him in a very difficult position, and you'll understand in a few minutes. And I put a lot of responsibility on his head when I should have taken some of that off of him and stood by my principles of not editing my videos and stuff like that with content and stuff like that, especially against people that are my enemies, as you can see here. Now, with Saracen as well, Saracen asked me not to put this video up. The video will be played after my intro. I don't know how long this is going to last because I've got to go through a few things. When you see the video, you'll understand that an incident happened, and Saracen has asked me to not put this up. So before everyone says Saracen said this, said no, he asked me not to put it up, but I feel it's in the best interest of everybody that I do put it up. And hopefully now that I've put it up, Mr. Rax, COE, all of you guys put the video up, because there's no point just me putting it up, because you know what happened on that day. There's an incident that happened between Saracen and Muhamed Taweeds, where Saracen made an allegation against Mr. Taweeds, and I don't know if it's true, but Taweeds then asked all the video guys to not put the footage up. And obviously, Taweeds, I do hate you, yeah, and I've said it to your face, and you hate me. But I have said to him that I respect the fact that he's so direct, and I still will say that. I can still respect a man if he is very direct and doesn't sugarcoat what he's talking about, and he doesn't do that. But that doesn't mean I'm going to be manipulated. One of the things is that yesterday, because there's certain things about me and Taweeds, he's got something in common with me. And I don't want to go into what it is, but he does something in common with me, and so because of that, I felt kind of like had my conscience was kind of pricked upon, and I was like, oh, all right. And one of the things, I'm not going to go into it, but we both love our mums. Whatever you think of him, he loves his mum. I love my mum, and we don't want to get them hurt or anything. So I'm not here to hurt anybody. But the thing is, my mum has been hurt through so many actions of the Dawa channels and stuff like this, stuff being put up about me that is really disrespectful. Other people's families have been hurt. Sarah, his family's been hurt by actions of Taweeds. Callum's been hurt by actions of Taweeds. Asif, the uncle, has been hurt by actions of Taweeds. Tan, you name it, so many people have been hurt. Ray, big up Ray from Nature's TV. So many people have been hurt by the actions of Muhamed Taweeds. Now, you can't go around saying you hate and you love for the sake of Allah, and you hate the kuffar and blah blah blah, and then expect the kuffar to then, which I am a kuffar and I'm a proud kuffar, to then have your back. Yeah. If you hate us, then don't expect me to have your back. Now, after this video, the amount of hate I'm going to get is going to be hard. And I'm prepared for it. This is the thing. If you can't stand the heat, don't go in the kitchen. So if you want people to not film you and you don't want to say anything, or you don't want people to film, don't go in the kitchen, because they will film you, and I do not expect people to take down films. I said something terrible on COE, which was F Sikhs. Yeah, and I hate Sikhs. And I don't mean that, but I said it. I never asked COE to take that video off. And I got so much hate and heat from that from my own community. In fact, it still affects me today. Yeah, that particular thing that I said. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through, before the video plays, just so that Muhamed Taweeds and all of his followers and the people that are thinking, because I did say to Muhamed Taweeds, I said one thing, and I'm going to break this promise, was that I won't put the video up if COE doesn't put the video up. Mr. Rax already took it down. I said I wouldn't put the video up, but I'm going to change that. I will take the first step. I will put the video up, because we are not going to be censored. You was bullying and you was intimidating Saracen. You threatened him in that particular video, and Saracen retaliated in a way that you felt was appropriate. Do I agree with it? That's not for me to say. But he said what he said, yeah. Now, you can't go around threatening people and doing this X, Y, Z and then expect no retaliation, whether that's, verbal retaliation. I'm not talking about physical retaliation. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go through a couple of videos. And the reason I'm going for the videos is to show you the amount of incidents that Muhamed Taweeds has been involved in, where he's slandered people, where he's intimidated people, where he's threatened people. Now, before I start this, is that after this particular time, remember this is the first time I ever met him, and after this particular video, what you need to understand, let me say something. You guys, Stephen Burrell's got my house. So I'm talking about Stephen Sarah Garvey Burrell. Look.
To whoever Kemet Clowns is, Stephen Burrell channel, the other one I don't know. Get this on your channel about Raj, since he wants to be on your channel.
See, one of the things is that he said he doesn't know who Stephen Sarah Garvey Burrell is and all these guys. Well, you may not know them, but you support them by what you just said there. So these people are my outright enemies as well. They put my house address online. They want people to contact my local temple and all this kind of stuff, and it's not acceptable. The thing is, now what I'm going to show you is basically, let's say, I would even say the greatest hits of Muhamed Taweeds' worst times, because I'm not going to even show the Sarah situation, because the Sarah situation is on the next level of madness. I would need like half an hour for me to go through. So everybody knows what happened about Sarah, and what happened after this, 2 weeks after this. What people don't realize, the reason I wear the camera is because Muhamed Taweeds threatened to knock me out. And now he's asking me not to put the video up. So I've hardly spoken to him since that time, and he threatened to knock me out in front of everyone. He said, told me to come around the corner, and he handed me 2 pockets, and he was threatening me and threatening me and threatening me. And he's done that to other people as well. But, all of a sudden he wants me, the kuffar, the person, the enemy of Islam. And I am going to be now the enemy of Islam. Your version of Islam. Not the right version. Your version. The Cottage, the extremist version of Islam. Yeah, you're my enemy. So let the fun begin with you guys here. Because I'm not going to be intimidated or manipulated into bowing down to your bad behaviour, and then expect when the blowback hits you, you want everyone to bow down to you. No, that's not happening. That's not happening. You give as good as you get. I've accepted what has been put up against me, and although I don't like it, I've accepted it. I've moved on. So let's go through some of the videos, yeah? Now you can see from the top here, there's so many videos, I don't even know where to start from. But I think I will go with one of his worst ever times, which is going to be one of the most divisive videos I've seen, because it's telling young Muslims not to to hate Christmas, not to disagree with Christmas, but to hate it. And this is very dangerous in the sense that, you're going to cause so much division within a country which is predominantly sees itself as Christian to a certain degree. So listen to this.
Start with a statement. I hate Christmas.
See, I hate Christmas. Does that sound like normal to you?
Guys, if you are Muslim,
I want to say something. You before I go on with all the videos, you said to me, and I'm not going to repeat too much, that you don't want certain people to see these videos of you because you don't want to embarrass yourself or get yourself about, you don't want to have someone hearing something about yourself. But let me say something to you. Is it okay for you to spewing this hate and spewing all this bullshit and all this thing about kuffars and all this? Is that okay for people to hear? Is that okay for you to hear? Listen to what you're going to say next. I want you to look at this video the next couple of minutes and tell me, you're not happy with what's going to be said in a couple of minutes, maybe 10 minutes time, but you will be happy with this to be heard, because you never ask people to take this down. but you want me to take down what happens after. People will know what the incident is between Saracen. I'm not going to repeat it because then they'll say I'm slandering as well. So listen to what he says in this video. I'm going to go through the videos as quick as I can, but bear with me.
Understand something called al-wala wal-bara. Understand there's no such thing as sugarcoating in Islam. Understand that as Muslims, we love and associate for the sake of Allah, and we hate and disassociate for the sake of Allah. Understand, my brothers and sisters, that many of these...
See, hate, you keep saying hate, and then you want me to show you love, do you? Is that how it goes? Is it a one-way street? Or does it go both ways? Because you seem to show a lot of hate to everybody else, but you want love shown towards you and compassion. But listen to this again.
Know that in the Bible, it speaks directly against this pagan ritualistic practice. And know that when people tell you that this is a Christian country, wallahi it's not. This is Dar al-Kufr. This is a state of disbelief. And their Christmas is kufr.
Now, Dar al-Kufar means that he does not see this land as somewhere that he can abide by their customs and laws. And so this is very dangerous to young Muslims. I don't want people listening to this guy. You need to listen to other Muslims. Even Shamsi, big up my bro Shamsi. Although I don't agree with his ideology, he doesn't have the ideology of trying to overrun a country and calling places Dar al-Kufar and stuff. And so this is the difference between them. This guy is a full-on Gawarij, a full-on what I call ISIS supporter, a full-on jihadi. He's friends with Abdul Hakim and all of those guys, and you've seen the video how close they all are. So you thought you manipulated me, yes, and I'm going to give you some credit though. I'm going to say something about Muhamed Taweeds, and this is a backhanded compliment. He's an intelligent, very calculated, and quite charismatic character that can manipulate you, and he almost manipulated me. But luckily, I red-pilled myself. I shoved that red pill down my own throat. And I was like, wake up, Raj. Don't get manipulated by this guy. He will stab you in the back with a bat and an eyelid. And in a month's time, he'll be ripping me apart or trying to get to me. So we know. I mean, even last week, he tried to stop me from filming. Remember that time? And you had people coming in front of me and just calling me this, a snake, and that, blah, blah, blah. And telling the guy to come in front of me and trying to intimidate me. And now you want my help. Not happening, bro. Not happening.
Christmas is shirk. Their Christmas is ascribing partners to your Lord Allah Azza wa Jal. How? They are celebrating a day that they believe God came from in between a woman's legs.
See, you know, like when they talk about don't insult other people's religions. This is perfect thinking. I hear them always saying, go in between a woman's leg through the urinary tract and blah, blah, blah. And so it's the hypocrisy is just unbelievable. This is why free speech needs to be kept open, because this kind of bullshit cannot be tolerated.
And blasphemy against Allah Azza wa Jal. Now I ask you, my brothers and sisters, yes, we do have tolerance with the kuffar, we do. Otherwise, nothing is going to appease to them from our religion. But just as Allah gave us love, Allah gave us the emotion of hate. We hate evil. We hate what is wrong. We love and associate for the sake of Allah.
So you hear the word hate a lot coming from this guy. Now, if you spew out hate, expect some hate back, dude. It's not going to just go one way. I can't love someone who hates. So, you know, as much as I sympathise with your situation, don't chuck stuff at other people and expect them to put up with it, and then you expect people to start taking down videos and censoring when you're perfectly fine having this bullshit video up on YouTube. You should be ashamed of yourself for having this video up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And this man was apparently God. So God came from one urinary tract.
Yeah, another insult thingy. And if you look at 11:15,
that it is a statement of clear-cut shirk and disbelief. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now let's talk about al-wala wal-bara. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, Look what Allah says, my brothers and sisters, attention now. Allah says, take not the kuffar as your friends or allies.
Alright, don't take your kuffar as I'm a kuffar, so we're not friends and allies. And so asking me to take on the video is not acceptable, so I refuse, I'll put it up. If that's how you want to live your life. Remember, I'm going by your moral standards, not my own.
For you love them, but they love you not. No. Don't jump down my throat and think that I'm telling you that Allah has ordered us to hate and attack the kuffar. I'm not saying that. If that was the case, Allah would not make it permissible for us to marry from them.
Oh, you can marry, is that
However, go find your thorn tree, your Christmas tree.
See, look how he's mocking the Christmas tree and stuff. And Muslims wonder why, you know, people have a problem with them, because I'm talking about, I don't want to say Sunni Muslim, let's just say Sunni Muslim, Orthodox. And they wonder why we have a problem, because, you know, the hypocrisy is so thick. If people were mocking Eid and stuff.
Go chop it down, quickly. It's getting dark. My brothers and sisters, anytime, and this is just a reminder, anytime someone wishes you a Merry Christmas, never ever return the greeting.
So listen to
because
that.
when you return the greeting of Merry Christmas, you are understanding and accepting the notion.
So can you see?
Anything that is in contrary with the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is kufr. My brothers and sisters, never put a smile on your face and say Merry Christmas, because it is a statement of kufr. And understand one thing. Imagine Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used to bear witness and testify that there is no one worthy of worship.
So he says in there, but I can't find about the constitution of Sharia being above the law of the land, and that's unacceptable as well. I'm just going to show you a few other stuff that I found it unacceptable, just so that you can see TAWEED, why I'm going to put the video up. I'll show you some other stuff. Now, just recently, where's this? Let's have a look. So here's one that is completely disrespectful, that happened recently last week. And you're talking about disrespecting a man and not upsetting the family and stuff. How do you think Callum, big up Callum, feels about this and his family?
Respect and Jedi. When that whole thing happened with Tommy Robinson, I swear down they stood solid. Yeah, so firstly, big up Respect and Jedi for their actions. Yeah, big up for that. Now, my man over here, as you rightfully put it, he's sold his soul. He goes on about black power, black this, black that. You ain't black. You ain't black.
7 clean.
Yeah?
So now
I have not 1% African in me. I am more black than you, just from the colour of my cotton. Trust me, I beg to differ.
Okay.
Check the comment.
See, you think that's respectable? Don't you think that insulted Callum and his family? Don't you think that people watching that video that were from his family might have found that offensive and upsetting? You can't have double standards. Now here's another one. Let's have a look at this. So you're looking at let's have a look. Sorry, I'm just looking for the thing. I've got so many notes here. Alright, so here you have, yeah. Now look at this. Listen to this with Tan.
This is what you are. You have come from certain organisations, yes, and there are brothers on it actively trying to find out who you actually are, even though you are like a waste of space for us in the park. You are a proper waste of space. When earlier you give me your background, you're homosexual. Now listen.
So he's calling him homosexual.
When I tell you, you've got people in the background whispering that you're going to get close slipping.
Do you know what slipping is? It means you're going to go down a road and somebody's going to catch you and they might do something to you.
The reason for this, you make everyone hate you. You are a hate speecher. You're a hate talker. That's what you are. Don't back out into me, yeah? You're building enemies for yourself and you're your own worst enemy. I'm telling you what your father should have told you, or what I'm going to remind you and repeat you what your father probably did tell you, and you didn't listen. You're creating a very bad image for yourself. You have nothing to back it up on. Yeah, you're a homosexual homophobic.
So homosexual homophobic.
Alright? You're a racist. I'll keep saying it again. You're a racist. You speak filth from your mouth. Yeah. There is no one here that accepts what you're upon. The only thing that they agree upon what you're upon is that they chat filth towards Islam. Yeah. May Allah. And look, you're getting touched by man here. Is everyone gay? Yeah. You're a dirty little man, and you need to fix up your act. Absolutely. I'm telling you this right now.
All right. So does that sound respectful? How do you think someone watching that video and Tan's family feels when they watch that video? Here's another one just recently with Sarah. Big up Sarah, one of the people that have been affected by his nasty vile mouth the most.
Let me show you what he is about Muhamed Taweeds. Yeah, but listen,
So
I have been avoiding debating him, and he's challenged me. There's no such thing as a debate between me and Sarah. Yeah. And so you can turn on the camera. Isn't it better for you to speak to him?
right, another kind of no debate, meaning he wants us to fight. Now here's another one, so let's have a look. Listen to this.
Getting a bit brave again. A year ago he came up to me. The reason why he came up to me was because the week before that I went up to Callum off camera and I said, tell your...
With this one, he's doing an MMA fight challenge here with a contract to Sarah and Callum.
Coward gay friend to come to me.
See, coward gay friend. Don't you think that insults Sarah as well? He's a family man. You're putting accusations against him.
And talk to me off camera. My man came with his umbrella and with his Slazenger hoodie on camera. The first thing you'll hear me say in that video, on that confrontation is, not on your cameras.
So look at this. 2 contracts to fight. This is Speaker's Corner, not freaking some kind of gladiatorial battle place.
Fighting, all right? The reason why I'm doing this, guys...
Now have a look at this.
Each other, simple as that. The ones who propagate against a religion, should I say, with clarity. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was known to be like...
Hold on.
Simple as that. The ones who...
Sorry.
That as Muslims, we do know that the kuffar are only out of each other. Simple as that.
Yeah, the kuffar like me is only out for me, so I'll show you the truth that I am only out for me. And I will put the video up. So you can't keep on speaking like this, calling us kuffars and you hate us and you this, and expect me to show you a bit of love. I love, for me, I understand that people love their family and stuff, but don't go into the kitchen if you can't handle the heat. Yeah, stay out of it then. And so then you have this against Ray, poor little Ray. Let's have a look at this. You know, Ray from Nature's TV, big him up as well. And I mean, there's so many different videos of him confronting and humiliating people and making claims against them. Like, listen to this.
You hate Christmas and you hate...
Why do I hate Christmas?
Because it's not Islamic.
Not because it's not Islamic.
It is.
I hate Christmas because it stems from pagan.
Right, you hate...
Yeah, so he hates Christmas.
I don't hate Islam.
I mean, the word hate, to hate Christmas is like...
hate
So now listen to this, yeah, and...
You promote anyone who is an Islamophobe. So you've got...
What is an Islamophobe? Someone who doesn't agree with Islam. Is that what an Islamophobe is?
All right.
I will promote anyone who
speak
doesn't
about the
agree with
characters,
Islam.
and then everyone can make their general understanding.
Now listen to this.
You know what, Ray? You seem very upset and excited. Why don't you speak? And when you're done, I'm going
I've
to
done
say
it.
how
I've done
it
it.
is.
We're speaking.
You're done. So
no,
can I talk? In
we're
time.
talking together.
All right. Don't talk over me, please. Yeah.
Talk together.
Look. Sarah.
Yeah.
Tan. Tommy Robinson. Raj. Gary. The list goes on.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a
They
lot.
are all
Right.
anti-Islamists.
Yeah, they'll go to
I don't hate Islamists.
And they all want Islam and Muslims out of...
Never said I wanted Muslims out of the country. Anyone that says they want Muslims out of the country, I will back off and not support them. If I ever say Tommy Robinson say he wants to kick out all Muslims, I'm not backing that. If you want to kick out him, the Islamists, the what I call the Cottage, get rid of them.
No, they don't. Gary's never said he wants all Muslims out of the country.
Regardless of whether he's said
I don't know, but you're saying
actions,
but they haven't.
Listen.
Tell me when Raj said it.
Listen.
Tell me when Raj
See,
said
thanks. When did I ever said this?
Are
Listen.
you serious? Yeah. Raj is an EDL supporter. He's
Never supported EDL. EDL is a disbanded group. Tommy Robinson is not EDL.
Yeah, no, but
he's in that EDL video.
Where did Raj
Video was not EDL. It was a freedom of speech video.
I'll tell you where.
Go on.
See this video here.
So in this video, you've made an allegation against me, yeah, which is very serious, saying that I want to kick all Muslims out. Don't you think that can affect my life? I still have people coming up to me saying, oh, would you want all Muslims out? Maybe they heard this video. I've never said that, never will accept that, and never will condone that from anybody, even Tommy Robinson. I want to work with people like Saracen, big up Saracen again, to kind of like, you know, get the Muslim community back to more moderate, normal functioning community that can interact with the rest of the UK. Not your kind of UK where you want everyone to be a kuffar. Obviously this is that particular video with Sarah. I'm not going to go through it too much, but this is the number one reason. I'm not going to lie, this was the reason, one of the big reasons why I went down to the park. So in fact, Muhamed Taweeds, you kind of pushed me to that park because I wanted to see whether there were really people like you walking about, and there was, and it was even worse than I thought. So you can kind of thank me. Now, if you think that Muhamed Taweeds is just some normal Dawa guy, no. He's one of the most dangerous people at Speaker's Corner on the Islamic side. The reason why he's dangerous, and this is another backhanded compliment, is because he is very articulate, he is quite charismatic, and he can manipulate you. But look who he's standing with. Look at his good friends. Abdul Hakim, who is one of the biggest extremists. Yeah, these people, Shamsi. Yeah, I'm gonna say Shamsi. Sorry if I get into trouble, Shamsi. But he says these people are the most dangerous because of their smiles and how they can manipulate you. And he is right. They are dangerous, these dudes. But he is the most dangerous. He is the most dangerous. I mean, he makes him look like a little pussycat. He's more dangerous than him because he's easier to kind of put down. Yeah, but this guy here can manipulate you. He can try, and he almost did it with me, man. So that's saying something. It's hard to manipulate me, but it didn't work, dude, and it's not gonna work. So obviously, this is one of these other ones here where this last video I'm going to show you. Well, one of the last ones is of Asif, the Christian uncle from Pakistan. And I actually confronted Muhamed Taweeds about this because I thought he was bullying Asif, because Asif, you know, he's an older gentleman, and also his English isn't that good, so they kind of, what I call, put words into his mouth and stuff, and accused him of calling a Muslim woman a dog, and that is very dangerous because you could have got him beaten up, because he never called that woman a dog. He did not call that specific woman a dog. But look what Muhamed Taweeds does.
The faith they carry. The faith they carry.
Okay, I'm asking you again.
The faith.
Is she a dog?
Jesus.
This lady's not a Christian. Is she
This
a
is
dog?
what I'm saying.
No, tell me. Is she a dog?
Your
Yes or no?
misunderstanding.
Yes or no? Which hand?
This is your
Slap one hand. Slap one hand.
This is your misunderstanding.
Say again.
This is your misunderstanding.
Say again.
This is your misunderstanding. Jesus never said to the.
You just called her a dog.
Dog.
Yeah.
Jesus never.
Because Jesus.
This little old man here is a nasty individual as well. I bet he was ginger when he was younger, because he's white here now.
Jesus never said.
Save the gingers.
The woman that they say you are dog. Jesus said.
You see this?
Stop shouting.
You see your umbrella? Start digging your
So
grave. Jump inside it.
look at that. Dig your grave and jump inside. I mean, they were intimidating him and surrounding him.
Huh? You have your title for this woman. Are they dogs? Are these women dogs?
So third,
This is my foot.
poor little Asif. I think
for your age.
You will run away. You will run away now.
You know, I'm going to say something that many Muslims, they don't appeal to. And I'm going to say it now for this inshallah.
No.
And it is something,
No, he
it
will
is
run
part
away.
of our, well, it is part of our deen. My brothers and sisters, know and educate yourself about wala wal bara. Love for Allah and hate for Allah.
Alright, you want love for Allah and you want hate for Allah, I'm going to show you hate. So you can't have it both ways, you know. I don't like you. I may respect you for the fact that you talk straight, and I'm not going to say you're thick because you clearly have some intellect, but that's even worse because you're more dangerous because of that. And this is why I say you're the most dangerous person at Speaker's Corner, because you are going to drag your community down a path which is going to be very dangerous, because your extremism and the way you think of Islam is not going to work with the UK. We are not going to put up with that kind of what I call kind of extremism, and I call it bullshit as well. Now look at this. Now this is a little old lady that is obviously mentally unstable. But watch how they surround her and stuff.
Jesus said.
Is she a dog and a terrorist?
Abu Talib, he's a nutcase as well.
Called her a dog and a terrorist.
discussion now, me and Uncle here. I'm going to call you Uncle. Asif, Uncle Asif. Uncle Asif, I want you to say Asif to the girl behind you. Yes, because you called her a dog.
Again, putting words into his mouth and never said that. So don't you think that is going to cause Asif problems outside of thingy? Don't you think his family might have been affected by this? Don't you think his safety would have been affected by this?
And look, hold
She
on.
understood what Jesus is saying.
One minute.
She understood what Jesus is saying.
1 minute.
And why she came to Jesus? First of all, why she came to Jesus? She fully understood.
So sorry, I've done the wrong bit.
Agree with the scripture. This is what it means.
All right, look. All right, you know what? Let's move on. Will you apologize for calling her a dog, fella?
He didn't call her a dog. So you're putting words into his mouth again, which is very dangerous. People watching this video would think that he said that when he didn't.
Make that prayer.
Yeah?
Say it. Say the words. Yeah. Say the words.
Poor Uncle Asif. Look at him. An old man being intimidated like this.
No, but I don't want to curse him.
Look.
I don't want to curse him.
You curse my sister, you don't want to curse me?
No, I don't want to curse.
See, look at the bullying tactics. And Muhamed Taweeds, you're a bully. But you're not going to bully me. I can tell you that straight now. Yeah. And I'm not going to have that kind of bullshit. I went home and I watched these videos and I thought to myself, I actually forgot for a minute. This is how manipulative this guy is. For that time that I was at Speaker's Corner, I forgot how bad he was. And then I had to go back home and watch the videos just to re-educate myself that how much of a nasty individual this guy is. Yeah, and he is my enemy. I'll tell you that straight up now. He's an enemy of the UK. He's an enemy of anybody that thinks doesn't want the UK to be Islamified to the extent that, you know, it's under kind of like ISIS, and that's how he is. Yeah, and I'm going to show you something else as well. Another video, the last video. The video will come up now, so I know this is a long video, but I had to put this into context. And there's another individual called Mosam for Dawa Digital. Never a nasty individual, the one with the glasses on. And the reason he's nasty, because he's actually very extreme, but he pretends to be moderate. He's also threatened to fight me as well. You know, when he was a bit brave, because thinking that everyone was behind him. And look at this, in this car as well.
Don't only, and wallahi, I'm telling you this is my statement, and I say it for myself, inshallah, one day when I've got a family full of kids, bi'idhnillah ta'ala, yeah? Don't for a second even encourage them to be accepting and tolerant. Remember, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
To your kids, don't even let them be accepting and tolerant. Are you serious, dude? Are you deluded, crazy, mentally retarded, inbred? I don't know what it is. Whatever it is, there's something wrong with you. And I'm not accepting that bullshit. You're poisoning the mind of the youth. So I will put this video up just to show them what a nasty character you are. And if that allegation is true, it shows what kind of person you are. You're very disingenuous and you're a hypocrite as well.
That the weakest of Iman as well. Forgetting what's in the heart.
So this little guy here, this Mosan, is a nasty individual.
What are we allowing ourselves to accept? What are we allowing ourselves to follow? Yes, we live in a kafir state.
You live in a kafir state and you don't like it, get out.
We do. We live in a dar al-kufr. This is not a dar of Christianity. This is not a dar of monotheism. This is a dar of disbelief and polytheism. This is what it is.
Absolutely.
So don't allow yourself, just because you live here, you think, oh yeah, I need to be... You know, some families that, subhanallah, like my mum will cook turkey, she will buy turkey, yes? We should all have this.
You care about another bout, you know, like love. You don't want to promote that belief to them, so therefore...
Okay? However, submitting to the will of Allah for Christmas Day, it will just be so happens, because now they've got turkey in the shops now. They don't usually have it year round. But don't for a second, guys, think that it is not an act, a clear-cut act of shirk and kufr.
I don't know what I'm doing.
We live in a...
Hold on.
To research on wala wal bara, you know, love and associate for the sake of Allah, and hate and disassociate for the sake of Allah.
Once again, love and hate, love and hate, love and hate. And this guy teaches kids. Very dangerous, very dangerous, very dangerous. One of the most dangerous people at the park. And I saw firsthand how he can manipulate you. It's not going to work again with me ever, so don't try it again. It almost did, and luckily I didn't fall for it.
This, guys, Islam means to submit to the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? However, submitting to the will of Allah as well is not saying that Islam is all rainbows and roses. Yeah, it's understanding. It's understanding that there is love and there is hatred in Islam. Yes, I said it, guys. Go and research it for yourself, inshallah. There is love and hatred in Islam.
Yeah, cool. Love and hate. If that's how you want to live your life, fine, man. I'll show you a bit of hate now. In 2-3 minutes, the video is going to play, and that's going to be my hate to you. Don't spew all this bullshit and poison the minds of a new generation of Muslims and destroy the reputation of the Muslim community through your bullshit, because not being able to even function and say Happy Christmas and stuff is unacceptable. It's just a word. I will also say that, you know, if it causes any harm to anybody, I apologise to Saracen and them lot, and Leon, please put the video up as well. Mr. Rax, put the video up, show people what kind of nasty individual this guy is. Sorry for it overrun. The other thing is, you're going to see Jedi telling me to not film. Let me say something to everybody or anybody. If there is a camera there, more than 2, I'm allowed to film. I'm not going to accept anyone telling me not to film. I don't care who you are. If you try and push me, try and tell me I can't film, can't do this, can't do that, or use any kind of physical, you touch me in any way, I have no qualms of going to the police, and I'm a snitch, and I will snitch, and I will snitch. Because I'm not putting up with people telling me, oh, these people can film, but you can't film. Bullshit. I can film. It's the UK, and this is Speaker's Corner. If there's 2 cameras there, I will film. If there's 1, okay, I might consider it. It might be exclusive for a channel. But 2, I will film. Anyway, watch the video. You're going to wonder what all the hoo-ha is about. But let me just say, Muhamed Taweeds, you're pretty good at trying to manipulate people. And I can understand, you know, why you don't want it up on YouTube. But if you accept all the rest of those nasty videos of you up on YouTube and not have a problem with people watching it from your family, then they shouldn't have a problem watching this nasty piece of clip as well. Anyway, hopefully I'll see you soon, and let the fun begin.
Callum,
So let it go. This is good.
you believe in the devil, bro? You believe in the devil?
Hats in the way. Can I rest my hat?
Sorry, mate.
Sorry. No, sorry.
Raj is in the house.
How's it going, man? You alright?
Cool, yeah?
Oh, yeah, so you know.
Good, yeah.
Nice, great conversation.
Just trying to clear things up here, you know what I mean?
Oh, about last week, saying his t-shirt's black and
That's right, you know?
you can't say that to him, man. It's like me saying, if someone said to me, like oh, my turban, my
me saying to you, I'm more Indian than you.
because I've got socks on. Or something. My socks are more, my socks are more turban than you.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful.
It's an insult.
What's the insult?
Whichever way you want to look at it.
Yeah, some couple there like pulled them up on it, but other people were laughing. Black people as well.
They just. Some black people have no
So the
sense,
man
bro.
saying you're white, I'm like, English or what? If you look at him, I don't see a white man. If I just walk past him, I was like, oh, you're that white guy. Like, no, that, I think we're kind of Arab, Turkish, I don't know, like, you know, he's not white English, yeah? But next man just said, nah, he's white. But what I'm saying is, my brethren just said, he's white, bro.
I don't want to say nothing because my phone picks up all the sound.
He's a black man, but I'm more black than him.
Oh, that's a hold on, man.
What does that mean?
That's disrespectful, man.
He's talking. He means white. He means you eat more rice and peas than him. Is that what you're saying?
But he's reducing black to just like a colour. It's just nothing.
It's like when he eats more jerk chicken, he thinks it's black.
But he's using the wrong
You understand what I'm saying?
Is that what you're saying?
So, what I mean by this is very, very simple. Yeah? I know what he means. 5-hour live stream. 2 hours of which I watch, like I'm scanning through. I just want to hear my name, what's being said. So I know next week when I come back in context, I'm not going to deal with this situation. And I'm not someone who's going to confrontation. I'm nothing. Look, come on, you lot are big guys. Just get one look from you and I will go down just like the next man. Yeah? But I'm not scared to speak the truth. And the truth is this. Every single word that Jedi spoke on topic was hit the nail on the head. And anyone who wants to talk against that, I already told Jedi, and I'll say it up front, I'm more than happy to challenge anyone on topic, whether it's on YouTube on a live stream. I don't know how to bang with these live streams, but you lot can educate me and I'll do it just for the sesh, yeah? I'm more than happy to. I will not go on Titan.
Alright, Raj, Speaker's Corner.
I will go on Jedi.
Go on, Raj. Tell us about your show,
Raj,
Raj.
I'm going to start doing live chats.
The question is, how do you qualify blackness? Okay.
The question is...
His shirt.
I'm less black.
His shirt. His shirt. He thinks by wearing that you're more black.
The question is, can you dance like Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? I found it funny. I love for my own job. It's good.
Come on, get in there, man. You rough them. Come on, use that same roughness again.
I'm less blacker than you culturally.
Your skin.
All right, and Jedi is more blacker than you culturally. I'm right? So what is your qualification? What's the criteria?
All right, you sold out to someone.
No. What is your criteria?
You asking me a question, don't say no. I'm going to answer your question now.
But that's not a criteria.
Your question, I'm going to address it now. You don't get fancy snorting patches.
Continue.
Work with me. Continue. Yeah, look.
Do your thing, Callum.
Yourself out to a white man who advocates anything against anything that isn't white.
Liar.
Now, racism, not only Islam, about a month before, he dappied a black man in the face and it went on YouTube. Then you go and kiss bum when he comes onto the Islamic thing, yeah? Come on, man. If you want to stand next to a people, make it clear that you are the same on YouTube as you are here. Go on. Yeah, look.
Oh no, Muhamed Taweeds again. What can you say about him? He's blacker than Callum.
So what I'm saying, the comment that I said if I was wearing a white t-shirt that day, let me turn the word black into white. I would have turned to Callum and I would have said to him, my white cotton is more black than you. My cotton is more black than your culture, or your loyalty to your culture. Do you understand? There's something that I speak about in the corner here, guys, yeah? And I'm gonna... Why are you being a devil's advocate? Why don't I finish? Because man knows you got hatred, but you know me and you. The difference between you and I...
You don't mind going Raj Speaker's Corner for a second, do you? You don't mind going Raj Speaker's Corner, do you? My channel? You don't mind me filming you for 1 minute? Get it right. Big up to Get.
Raj in the house.
And I designed his logo, he's going to wear it soon.
I would react the same way to you. You're on his case. Let's be real. You are on his case, bro.
All I'm hearing is...
You're trolling him. But you're allowed to, though. But let's just keep it real. You're trolling him.
Do you want to stand here instead?
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Stand in your place.
I don't want to hear
Diversion, man.
it.
Alright, what I want to understand is this. What I want to understand is this, yeah?
One voice.
It's a diversion, man.
Can a non-Muslim be your friend under the context of whatever? What your little friend here? No, you're not.
Hold on, firstly, let me make
No, it's a diversion. There's something to done somewhere else.
See this brother here? See the brother that he rolls with?
Belongs in at a time.
Firstly, notice how it's a white man that stands united to a black man. Number one. Number two, taking the colour out. That's why. It's because they're on the same team. But there is a difference that I have with both of them.
I'm whiter than him.
You stand here and tell me that they're white. You don't know nothing about my question.
Can you be a friend with non-Muslim and
Saying about Islam right now.
Let's go back to Islam.
God regulates me, you know that.
I know that, bro.
Unless you're going to swing
about Islam.
because unless you're going to swing for man's face, you ain't going to regulate me in any other way, because you understand? That's what I'm saying.
Having a discussion scopes the control of the question, what does it mean?
Violence again.
Not even that. Like, honestly, what did you mean? Because what it is yeah, like, this is like me.
Wait. You can't be saying that. Wait. Stop. Everyone shut. What about you sending your dick pics to Muslim women, bro? And fucking around with girls.
Miss Gardens Avenue!
You lot on a different dip.
Hey, chill out. Hear what I'm saying now. Hear what I'm saying.
If you want to carry on,
Yeah.
I couldn't camera. Thank God.
Bro, why are you chopped down? You're fucking understanding.
The band from the Dawa.
You know why?
One voice, man. One voice.
Hey, chill. You know what I'm saying now, yeah? All I want to know is, what is this black culture in your head? What did you mean? Like, just break it down a bit.
Very simply, I was talking about the fact that he sold out to someone who advocates anything against Islam. He doesn't stand for black culture. Tommy does not stand for black culture.
Bro, fuck off, bro. Fuck off, man. Allow me, man. I don't want to be on your camera. Like,
What, me?
Yeah,
No, I can record, man. I can record, man.
These man don't care about man, you know.
We had a big debate with Roger already about that.
Man used the whole grooming thing to boost up his little ratings.
Oh,
Now he's got
yeah,
I told you that as well.
whatever.
I don't like this content. Mama's getting on like he cares about little kids and all that. He don't give a damn, bro. And this is another thing, yeah?
I record what I want, man. This ain't Jedi's place, man. I record what I want.
Dawa and anti-Kalam. Kalam's agenda is anti-Islam and pro girl, and them and they're cool with a little unk sign and a little eye horse on the side thrown in for flavour. That's how I see it. Yeah? Raj, I don't even know what Raj.
You're still talking about me.
Man is hitting man up. No, you're standing there.
Still talking about me. Yeah, but this is Free Speakers Corner.
If you weren't here, would anyone
It's
even
Speakers
remember
Corner.
Raj, bro? Allow it, brother.
It's Speakers Corner, man. Speakers Corner, dude. Speakers Corner. This ain't about me, man.
He's British, isn't he?
We've established this thing about We've established this thing.
He's English.
We've established this thing.
English,
He wants to be British.
Trust me.
Love that.
We've established this thing about black culture. So now, obviously, man is saying that you're trying to be racist and the man thing is this. I feel like you, on purpose, we're trying to separate man like me and Respect from Kalam for a purpose. Okay.
And it wasn't with enmity. It was to show the difference between where loyalty and standing. I've got nothing against black people. I don't know my religion dictates to me, tells me that I've got nothing against any race. We believe that the first sin was one of racism, wasn't it? We believe that the first sin was one of race. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Adam, and he created the angels have been created already, and then he ordered the angels to bow down to Adam. Now Iblis, Shaitan, he had a status that was that of the angels. He wasn't an angel, but he was a jinn. But because of the love he had for Tawheed and the love he had for Allah, his status was elevated to that of the angels, but it didn't change his natural disposition, which is choice and desire like us as human beings and jinn. Yeah, he was a jinn, yeah? So when Allah Ta'ala created...
Let him talk, let him talk, let him talk.
Continue. Alright, look, I'll cut to the chase. When Allah ordered all creation, to bow down to Adam alayhi salam, all did except Iblis, because Iblis turned to Adam and said, turned to Allah and said, why should I bow down to him when he's created out of flame and I'm created out of a smokeless flame of fire? Smokeless flame. So that was racism. We condemn racism. Muhammed last sermon said an Arab is not superior to a non-Arab, nor is a non-Arab superior to an Arab. A white is not superior to a black, nor is a black superior to a white, except by taqwa, piety and manners.
Like, I'm not asking you to stand here and prove whether you are.
I know, but that's what.
View about man or have a certain experience and speak about man in a certain way, that's all up to you. I was just trying to highlight the fact that, bro, man them have to learn how to comprehend things better, yeah? Because the job of race when it's not only lessens our, I don't know, our chances of making a good case. You understand what I'm saying to you? Yeah? When somebody is racist, call them out for their racism, yeah? If someone is ignorant, they're ignorant. If someone feels like, oh, well, yeah, that's not black culture, and that's his dumb view, ignorant view, doesn't make him racist, because he was saying nothing negative about a man's race. There was nothing like that. All he was saying is, you're different from these man. I feel like I'm more in tune with this road thing. I think what you should have said is more man there. Or word like black. You should have been better than black. Because obviously you know that there's different types of black people, right? So what I'm saying is, there's black snitches, there's black man in the BNP, there's black man that, there's black man there's black man in the White House. Like if you lot were feeling Obama, that for me, I can feel you as a black man. The minute you go and be a policeman, an army man, anything, you go and be in a political party and you join that.
So is my hat away?
No, it's still not. You're away from it. You understand? You're away from. That's my view. Who Obama? Like for me, the thing about whether you're black, whether you're white, it doesn't matter. You are a politician. You're already in it. Fuck with Tommy Robinson, and me personally, I don't need to hear Tommy Robinson. This is the wickedest thing. A man will stand up and say, oh wow, Tommy Robinson ain't racist. Yeah, he's not said not a racist, we're a rare. Fair dude, that's your argument. But then in the same breath, you're gonna say, oh, my man's racist. You're saying he's not blacker than you. You get me? That ain't a racist. What's your problem? What it is what I realise is people that think they're more intelligent. People that think they're more intelligent than us. Let me finish. People that think they're more intelligent than us feel that they can control us by giving us trigger words like racist, rare, and then with that trigger word, and it works. It works. With the trigger word of racism, you will turn against your own logic, and man will control you. So someone more intelligent understands that. You understand what I'm saying? So don't get manipulated. I saw it the other day when the white woman said, oh, you're suffering from post-traumatic slave syndrome. I don't know if anyone saw it. Adnan, the Muslim guy, the black Muslim guy. Everyone was calling her racist. And I'm like, bro, that ain't racist, bro. If anything, that was a term coined by quote-unquote black people. That ain't racist. And she's actually correct. She said, was you a slave? He said, no. And he said, yeah, but my people were there. So she said, oh, you're suffering from post-traumatic slave syndrome.